Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Today guys, we're going to be continuing with this Ford Ka with the Rex to Riches Car 4. Got some great comments last night on yesterday's video. Really appreciate all the support, all the comments, all the tips, all the advice. You know, it really does help. Pushing me along, keep going, and I'm watching so many different videos on how to do this and how to do that. There's blending, there's taping, there's just goes on and on and on, and there's hundreds and hundreds of different videos on every different aspect of painting or anything, but you know, we're doing painting. So yeah, someone that's doing it one way, someone else might not, you know, nah, I don't like doing it that way, I'll do it this way. So I'm getting like, you know, I'm getting mixed view. I'm getting mixed, yeah, how can I say? I'm just getting so many different sort of versions of one thing. It's unbelievable. So I've got to try and, you know, pick out the ones that I think that are going to work well and that's going to end up with a great job. And that's you know, the best job I can do. That's basically what it is. I'm not a painter. I'm not pretending that this is going to be a great job, because it's not. All I can do is get it the best I possibly can. And that's all really anyone can ever ask from anyone doing any job. As long as you're putting 100% into what you're doing, like if I was just sort of kicking back, sitting on a chair, drinking coffee, tea all day, just chilling out, just like treating it as a joke, you know, that would be a completely different story. But if you're putting in like big effort to try and do the best you can for like doing these jobs, then surely you can't ask for any more than that. So, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just, you know, I'm trying to make it the best I can, and hopefully it will come out the best I can. If we need to go backwards at this stage, I'm going to go backwards and start rubbing it down. I'll have a look. We'll get the torch. We'll have a look and see how we're getting on. But I just want to say, yeah, massive thanks to all the support, all the comments, everyone giving me tips and advice and what I should do, what, you know, try this, try that. We'll get into some of those in a second when we have a look at the car. And I will implement some of those that you told me last night, guys. So really, really appreciate it. Let's get into it. Let's do this. Right. So, guys, as you can see, I've moved the gazebo around a little bit, so maybe try and get the car at an angle. I don't think I'm going to get it that close, because if I do it at an angle, this sheet goes too close to the edge. So I don't know if that's going to work. I might have to pull it around even further, mess around with the angle of the gazebo. But we need to have a look at the actual, yeah, it's coming out, I'll be honest with you, it's coming out a little bit worse on camera than it is actually in person, because I can't really see. There is, don't get me wrong, there is some slight low spots where the filler needs, because if I put the light on it, it looks all right, but when you take the light off and it's just daylight, you can see them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue. We're going to go backwards. We're going to do some more filling, more sanding, more prep. That's basically what it is. I know I was getting a lot of, you know, about sort of taping off where the filler, where the primer was there. But again, I was just watching another video of someone doing it, and I thought, well, okay, well, he's doing it, then, you know, that might be the right way of doing it. So, yeah, we live and learn, and we have to move on. And that's exactly what we're doing. So I'm going to get a pen and basically just pen where I think needs some attention, like there's some attention there. This needs some attention here as well, here, down here. That's quite high, so that's got to go down a little bit. Low there. So yeah, do you know what I mean? There is some areas where we need to attack, and we need to go backwards a bit and do the prep work again with the filler. It's just, it is what it is. I'm not saying, like, I didn't really know until this morning, until we had a good look at it. It was late when I sort of I finished off what I was doing yesterday, but yeah, I'm not going to say that it's great, because it ain't. Like, I'll be the first to say that it don't look perfect. I need to get it as the best I possibly can. You know what I mean? And I'm not a painter. I'm not a body work. I've never sort of done this work before, so I don't know. But you know, you can't expect someone that doesn't do this kind of work to be able to get an absolute, out of a factory body shop. Someone that does it for 15, 20 years, yeah, he should be able to get it absolutely perfect. But for someone that don't do this and hasn't done it, and he's still getting into it, yeah, you have to give a little bit of leeway, guys. But I am gonna, like I said, go backwards. We are gonna do the prep work. We are gonna do the filling. So let me set you up. Let's get cracking. Let's start rubbing down. I've got to block it off as well, and just rub it all down, and we'll get it back to the filler part. But I want to make some sort of pen marks so I can see exactly where I need to do it. It'll be a lot easier now. So yeah. Yep, let's do it, guys. Right, there we go, guys. So, as you can see, I've rubbed down the edge where the primer was, around there. So that's all flat back now. So I'm going to have to go over it again with some primer, but once we've done the filler. So you can see the areas that I'm not happy with. Quite quite a few low spots. Well, they're not quite a few. There's a few, bits and pieces, but let's try and get it, an absolute best that I can do, really. I don't want to hit the whole area with filler. That's just ridiculous. It's too much. So I'm trying to reduce it down to smaller areas where I can, and we'll see, how it goes. Like I said, there's probably about 100 different ways of doing this. And everyone's going to have their own opinion, and everyone's going to have their own option and their own sort of views and their own sort of, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you should be using this. Do you know what I mean? Where do you kind of, draw the line, and where do we, what do we do, basically? So, yeah, I'm going to hit it with the filler. We're going to see how it goes. I really want to sort of get this line here a bit better as well. So what I might do is hold some sort of straight edge across there where it should be, and then sort of backfill a little bit, just to sort of help get that line a little bit better. And then once we backfill it one way, we'll have to turn it and then backfill it the other way to get that point where we want. It ain't that bad, but it just needs a little bit of work on that point. Do you know what I mean? You can see that. Can you see where I've marked it here? It's sort of a low point here. So, we've definitely got to get that there. Get these areas here with the filler, and see what it's like after that. So, yeah, I'll keep going. Let's get the filler done, and then hopefully, we can rub it down and sort of see what it's like. So, yeah, let's keep going. Let's do this. Right, guys, so there we go. All the filler is now done. Did you like my little trick with the timber as a straight edge? So, yeah. We'll see how it goes now. We're gonna leave that for about an hour, and then let it really go off. Once it's gone off nice and solid, we will then give it another go and see what it comes out like. Probably not going to tape it this time with a primer. Probably just going to, yeah, just paint it up. But I just, you just don't want to go too far with it. Don't want to overspray and get it all over, all over that. I suppose it doesn't really matter. I suppose if I'm really careful, I can sort of get it done. But we'll see what it looks like after a good sand, and a good rub down. So, gonna leave this for an hour, and then I'll come back to you after that. I'm gonna go off and maybe, I don't know, print some mugs or something. Yeah, I'll go over and print some mugs and some key rings over there whilst this is drying, and then we will hit it with some sandpaper and see how we go. We've got I know you have to progress with the sandpaper, so start with 180, then 320, then 600, then 800, do you know what I mean, then 1,000, just keep going up and up and up and up and up, just get those scratches down. But I think you have to go over, see all this has to go over with like a 2000 wet and dry sandpaper. That definitely has to be done. I'm probably going to take it back. A couple of people did say, why didn't I just take it back to this line here, because I'm close enough anyway to it. So that's what I'm probably going to do. Actually, we could probably do that in a bit. Take it back to here and take it around this bumper line here, tape it off there, and take the paint right back, or take the paint to about here, and then take the lacquer even further and then blend it in with blending the lacquer. And how you blend it in is, I've been watching videos, whether or not it's the right way, I don't know, but you get a little, mix up the lacquer, and what's left, you reduce it down to like lacquer, I think 10%, and then like a reducer, like thinners or something, down to 90%, and then mix it up so it's really thin lacquer, and then you blend it in the rest of the way. So yeah, I'm just going by videos, guys. I'm sure there's other people out there. I'm sure Grant does it a different way, but even Grant will tell you there's not one way of doing this kind of job. There's multiple different ways. People do different versions. People do it mixes different things. It's just, I'm just having a go. That's what I need to get across. I'm just having a go. I'm just getting it the best I possibly can. And people watch, people can watch me do the video, the cars. That's the idea, isn't it? Is how many paint shops, apart from Grant and a couple of others, how many other paint shops do you know that's on YouTube and do videos and show the client what they've done? They don't. You don't see what they've done. So I'm showing what I'm doing, basically what I'm saying. So yeah, let's leave that to dry. Let's give it about an hour. I'll come back when it's dried off, guys, and we can start rubbing it down and sanding it and getting it a little bit better than what it was. So yeah, let's do this. Right, guys, that's still drying. I'm not gonna touch that. It's not that bad, to be honest with you, but I'm not gonna touch it. Give it a little bit longer. I've got something else we can do in a second. I'll get into that, but I just want to quickly show you what I've done. So basically, I basically taped off around the bumper edge here. Here we go. Mad Max is back. Cutting up some safeties next door, scrap. What? He's been here a week doing it. He's only gone through 3. It's not that much money in scrap, is it? Anyway, you can see here, like on this edge here, I've sort of rounded and folded a bit of tape, and that's what apparently I'm watching videos again. I bet there's another way of doing it, but this way. Yeah, so he's rounded some tape off like that. And obviously it won't, the clear coat won't give you a hard line. And then once you take off, you do it a little bit, feather it back into it slightly. So I'll do it to here, and then the overspray will go over a little bit. Then take it off, and then blend it in, that part there. Again, I'll put another piece of this over here, like that, there. So that when we blend it, then we take that off, and then we can, once it's all dry the next day, you go over it with 1500, 2000 grit sandpaper, wet and dry, and then you flat and polish it, and then that should be it. You know, guys, whether or not it's going to work out, I don't know, but we've got to try. This is how you learn, is trying stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to leave the filler for now, because that's got to go off a little bit more. Let's crack on over here. I've just remembered we've got to swap over the wiring looms on these two doors, because this one, you can see the one I've got, it's electric mirrors on this one. And this one, the original, hasn't got that. So I'm only assuming the wiring looms are going to be different on both these doors. So let me set up a little area over here with the two doors. Let's get them stripped down. We'll have a look at them. We'll have a swap over whatever needs to swap over, and put on what we need to put on, like the wing mirror can go on. I can take the cover off, so we can actually get these doors pretty close. We have got this emblem on the door as well, the KA sign. Someone said that it hasn't got a KA sign on the emblem here, but you can clearly see that it has. We've got to get this cleaned off as well. So yeah, we can have a little go at these two doors, guys. He's making a right old racket, isn't he? I don't know what. It's crazy. Anyway, let me set you up. Let's get cracking with these doors whilst the filler is drying, and then we can crack on getting the filler sanded down. Let's keep going. Let's do this. Right, so there we go, guys. It's more or less put back together, apart from a couple of trims here, and a cap there, and a piece there, but it's actually in the car that's all been taped up, so I'm not getting in there to get them out. That can wait until another time. But yeah, I've changed over the wiring loom. It's all been put through the original one now from that car. And the only difference on the looms is this wire here, this one here that goes to there. Now, I'm probably going to be certain there's probably going to be people that are going to message me and say, well, why don't you just pull it through and then just tuck it down? I can see it now, people thinking, why don't you just tuck the wire in? But that's not really the way I wanted to do it. I wanted to put it back the way original, the way it was before. And it don't take long at all. It just took like 15-20 minutes to get it all stripped out. So yeah, that's done. I couldn't use I had to use the original door card, because as you can see, like, there's a little bit of chrome on the handle here. This was obviously maybe a titanium model it come off of, or a Z-Tech model maybe, but it's slightly different. This like armrest, if you want to call it, is different to this one. So yeah, slightly different sort of things. I thought, you know what, let's put the original one door card back in place. Then we know that it's going back like original. So there we go. That is it done. I've also pulled the lock from the original door that's got to go in this one, but I'm thinking of painting it. You can see in the let me get in the light a bit better for you. So it is a little bit scuffy. So I thought, do you know what? We're going to be painting this with the same colour. So why not sort of hit it with the paint? Hopefully don't come out too different. That's my only concern. I just think it's too far gone. Look, I can't rub that down. The scratches are too deep here. So I'm not going to be able to get that done, flat and polish it. So yeah, I'll rub this down, key it up, and then I think I'll set it in a bit of cardboard or something, and then I can get that sort of sprayed in a little bit, make it better than what it is anyway. And yeah, I have to tape that up there as well, cover it up. But that's the only thing now that's really got to go on the door, and then the door can go back on and be put back together. So let's have a look at the filler that we did earlier. That was about an hour and 15 minutes ago, and it's solid. So I think we can start hitting this now with a bit of sandpaper. I'm going to start with 180 sandpaper, this one here. I'm going to start with this one here on the big block. That will give me a guide to the top. So see that pen mark I've got going across here. So that's my mark, that's my pen mark. So I need to try and keep that, like I did yesterday, over here. So I'll start like this, and then sort of gradually take it up, and then gradually take it down, and then try and get that line, keeping that line as best I can. You know, hopefully, I want to get it perfect. Like, so try and get as perfect as I can through there, and then we'll just rub this back down here, flatten it off with a block, some sandpaper, and then we'll just have to see what it comes out like. That's all we can do. Hopefully, you know, that's going to be it. But if we need more, we need more. So let's keep doing it. Let's do this. So guys, it is definitely getting there now. Yeah, much better. So managed to get all that down really good. This is all in good condition. I love that. Little bit of more build up there. You can see that obviously built up, but then flatten it across seems to line that up pretty well. So looking down the panel now should make it look a lot more unwavy and a lot more straighter. So that's good. You saw me with a timber. I was using it as a guide, which worked, to be honest with you. It did work, and the line is pretty much bang on. It's pretty much there. But I don't know if you can see it, if I can show you on camera. We have got some little tiny holes. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that was messaging me before saying that I should be, use this specific type of filler. It's for these tiny sort of holes like that. But, I haven't got that type of filler because I'm not a body shop. I don't do paint and body shop and this sort of thing all the time. If I did it all the time, and that's what I was doing on a daily basis, I'd go and get it. So I haven't got it. I'll have to just use this kind of this is pretty good filler that I'm using here, and it's a real fine finishing filler. This is. So this will do the job, but it's only very small amounts I need up here. So what I'm going to probably do is just back it off a little bit there and there, and then do my normal. Once it, give it an hour or so. Once it's dried, we'll use my timber straight edge as well. You can use any straight edge, but I just found that timber to be really heavy duty and sturdy, and it holds it flat. Whilst I'm holding it there, I can sand it back a bit, and then sand the bottom of it, and it's worked out really well. So yeah. That's just a little trick with this timber guide. That's a little trick that I learned when I was doing carpentry. Carpentry for a building company in London. We just use that as a guide. You can do it with like when you're doing cementing as well. Like when I was doing cementing and rendering on the outsides of properties, we was using like guide to hold it against, and then when you slide it away, it stays where it is. Exactly the same process, really. I'm just using it as a line to get it flat, and then once I get my sand block, it was really sort of giving me that straight edge, which is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that straight edge there. So yeah, a little bit more filler there, but this bottom part is absolutely spot on there. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to leave that as it is. I'm going to crack on, get this filled, and then I'll come back to you, because you don't want to see me filling a little bit of filler. So I'll whack on this little bit of filler. I'll come back to you when it's dry. I'll set you up again. We'll start rubbing that down, and then that should be us done. Once we've got that little bit done, we should be there. So I'll do that, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, guys, so there we are. Much better, that top line, and this just feels so much good. And looking down it, there's not all that rippling there anymore. It's a lot better than what it was. So I think we're kind of ready for the primer again. I'm not going to tape it this time. I'm just going to leave it like that, and just don't go mad with it. Don't go like over there, but just keep it to a sort of certain, a small distance, and we should be all right. I'm going to probably sand that down, because that will come through definitely on the paint. So I'll hit that down. This whole area has got to be taken down with a bit of 2000 grit sandpaper, wet and dry. So that's what I'll do as well. Again, sort of just tidy up, hoover up all this dust, hoover up as much as I can, just to eliminate that dust, get it down as much as I can. And then we're going to get it with a primer, leave it until tomorrow, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that is good enough to get some base coat and some lacquer over it. Yeah, so I might just hit that quickly with a little bit of metal primer where I've gone through the metal there. So I'll just clean it all up, go through that first, then get the primer on it, and hopefully that's it. I can actually, I just felt something just there. And there. Okay. Look, I've got to double check this top part because this bottom part is absolutely spot on. I've gone over that so many times with my fingers to see how smooth it is, and it's bloody good. So I'm going to leave that, but I do need to hit this quickly with a little bit of sandpaper. So I'll do that. We'll clean up, and then we'll get some primer over that metal primer spray. So yeah, might just do it here as well, here, just these spots. So let's do that, and then we'll get the primer done. So let's keep going, guys. We've got to get it ready for tomorrow, so let's do this. Right, so guys, what do we think about that? I think that has come out pretty good. I'm really happy with it, to be honest with you. I know it took a bit more time. I spent yesterday and today, not just on this, you know, I was doing other bits and pieces. I'm always doing other bits and pieces, but it did take a bit more time to get right, a bit more filler, and then sand it down again. So, but it's looking really, really good. I'm super happy with it. There's like hardly any sort of marks on it at all. I did have to swap the guns. I don't know if you noticed. My spray guns, the smaller one, it just wasn't sort of coming out properly. It just wasn't laying right. I don't know what it was. I think it was probably the nozzle was not small enough. But yesterday, I was spraying all right with it. But today, just weren't having it. I don't know if I didn't clean it properly. I don't know. But anyway, I had to switch the guns over to the bigger gun. And then once I did that, it really, you know, laid on nicely, and I managed to get 2 coats of primer on there. So yeah, I think we're there. Let me know what you think, guys. Is it an improvement? Is it an improvement from yesterday? So if it is, I'm hoping that's going to do us. And then tomorrow when we come in, we'll have a look at it and we'll see if we can rub it down and then put some base coat and lacquer over that and see how that goes. That's going to be another challenge to see if I can blend it in over on the end there properly. But we'll see. You know, I've got to try it. I've got to keep going and just see how we go. So, guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. But hopefully we are moving in the right direction now. You know, me putting that line across with a timber and getting it sort of flat, using it as a straight edge really did help, to be honest with you. Compared to yesterday's, that's great. So yeah, there we go. That's going to be the end of today's video. Really appreciate the support, guys. Don't forget, drop me a comment. Anyone got anything to say? And I'll see you on the next one.